Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Geek Blend. I'm Jeff, and another episode of the Cantina. It is Tuesday. We're going to do a different craft beer, and I have a special guest joining me today. I'm going to bring him in now. It is Open Airlock Policy himself. Tim, how you doing, man?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Jason and I have not been able to get together because of our schedules, and I had talked to Tim about getting him on anyway. So we both found the same beer, and we're like, let's do an episode of the Cantina together. So we're going to go ahead and do this and see how it goes. We're going to try to do more of these in the future. Of course, I don't always have to put out just one episode. So if it's me and Jason on one Tuesday, it can be me and Tim, or we can I can even bring Jason on. Maybe we can all be on together. So look forward to different things like that down the road from the Cantina. But this week we're doing the Blue Moon Harvest Pumpkin Wheat, and I don't remember having this, to be honest with you.
I've never had it. I've had other pumpkins, but not this one. So
I don't remember if I've had it. It's been a while, and I don't know if it was a pumpkin wheat or if they used to do a pumpkin ale that was different.
Right.
But it says Brewer's Select. It says brewed with real pumpkin and spices. I'm looking for 5.7% alcohol by volume.
Nice.
Blue Moon Brewing in Golden, Colorado. Yeah, brewed with real pumpkin and spices. Yeah, but it is a nothing special about the bottle at all, really.
No.
It's just the Blue Moon logo, and it has Harvest Pumpkin right there, and then it's got that on the side. That's pumpkin stuff here, but yeah, it's nothing special. Just Blue Moon on the cap too. Nothing crazy. So, all right, let's go ahead and open this thing so we can smell and see what it smells like. I'm a big pumpkin beer guy. I love pumpkin anyway. I really like pumpkin spice lattes. I like pumpkin spice stuff.
Me too. I have pumpkin spice in my coffee shop in my house here,
and I've been a pumpkin guy for a long time. My first birthday with my now wife, she baked me pumpkin pie for my birthday, not a cake, homemade from scratch. It was one of the best things I've ever had in my life, and I prefer pumpkin pie over cake. So it's my favorite desserts. But
I love that too around the holidays. So
it does smell like a pumpkin pie.
It smells like Blue Moon and pumpkin pie. Yeah,
it does. Yeah.
The color, I can't really tell yet.
It's like a golden, almost like almost an amber, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot darker than the.
It's a darker, like, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's got that. It's kind of got an orange, hint to it a little bit. Yeah,
definitely.
It smells good.
Yep.
I like the smell. I mean, like I said, I'm a big pumpkin guy, so I dig that.
It smells different than other pumpkin beers I've had. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, this is a wheat too, because a lot of pumpkin beers are pumpkin ales, and this is a wheat beer. It's like a harvest wheat, so it'll be different. But cheers, man.
Cheers. It tastes a lot like Blue Moon, to be honest.
Yeah.
I get a little bit of pumpkin, but the one I had that aftertaste is just hitting me, and that is pumpkin.
There it is. Yeah.
But the one I had shown you last week tasted just like pumpkin. And so does that Dogfish Head and some other brands I've had. It's good.
Yeah, it's definitely a wheat beer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not as heavy as a lot of wheat beers are. I mean, Blue Moon in itself is not that heavy. And to be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of regular Blue Moon, but I really like this because of the pumpkin and the spice in it.
Yeah. I don't drink it as much as I used to.
True.
Yeah. When I was younger, it was, got to have a Blue Moon with an orange in it. Now, if I do drink a wheat beer, I prefer Boulevard wheat.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever had that out of Kansas City. So
no, I have not.
Yeah, it's big where I live, so
it's good.
Yeah,
it's a good flavor.
Yeah, it's got a seasonal flavor. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
This is something you drink, around the holidays.
Thing about pumpkin beers too is last year, I had our Halloween party at our house. It was like November 2nd, so it was after October, and I went to get some pumpkin beers for the party, but it's November 1st. And they're like, oh, we don't have any more. No, we got all the winter stuff out now. I'm like,
yeah.
It's still fall. We're not having Thanksgiving
yet. You got to start early.
They're putting them out now. And I've been going to one of our bigger local shops where they have a lot of singles and a lot of things you can break down. And I've only seen a few things. There's a Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Pumpkin Ale I want to pick up. I've grabbed a couple other pumpkin beers. I have a couple.
Wow.
I actually have 3 different pumpkin beers besides this in my fridge to try as well.
That's awesome.
So I'm going to keep looking for more. I'm looking for that one that Jason says is really good. It's by Southern Tier. It's called Warlock. It's an imperial stout with pumpkin and notes of pumpkin spice, but it's a stout. And he said it's really, really good.
That's going to be unique.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. But this is good. I like this.
I have a 6-pack of it, so I'm definitely going to drink it and not give it away.
The thing is, too, I've had pumpkin beers in the past I didn't like. There's one I had last year, and I built a 6-pack in September. I don't remember what it was, but I did not like it at all. And it wasn't a brand I'd ever really heard of. It was a different brewery I'd never heard of. And I tried it, and I was like, this is, nope.
Was it that Schladen? Is that, you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, it wasn't that. It was something I never heard of before. And I was surprised I didn't like it because, like I said, with pumpkin beers, there's not a lot I don't like. But that one I didn't. Now, I'll have to figure out which one that was because it really kind of was like, put me off that brewery ever again. I don't remember what it was.
I was going to say, more than likely, you wouldn't like any beers from that brewery.
Yeah, most likely. More than likely.
It's hard to screw up pumpkin beer.
It really is. There's been some in the past I've had that are either really, really good or they're just, good pumpkin beers.
Yeah.
I've been told the Dogfish Head Pumpkin Ale is the best. I haven't had it yet. Don't know why. I've never had that one. I'm guessing it's probably because it's either been sold out by the time I realize it's fall. I want to get a pumpkin beer because, in the past, I've just kind of been oblivious to when they put them out. But when Jason was working for our distributor for the years and years, he would always be like, okay, this is when we put out this, when we put out this is when this goes out.
Yeah.
So weird how early they put out like fall beers, how early they put out winter beers, how early they put out summer beers is to try to get that momentum going. But
yeah, the liquor store that I go to, one of the ones I go to, they have many different flavors of Dogfish Head, and he said they'd definitely be getting the pumpkin in the next 2 weeks.
Good.
So I'll probably be trying that.
I would say the next 2-3 weeks, all the breweries are going to get their pumpkin stuff out. I know there's 2 or 3 by Southern Tier.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, there's that Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Pumpkin Ale.
Jacko?
Yeah, the one I got that from Sam Adams. Got that down the fridge.
Have you tried that yet?
Yeah, I did actually.
Was it good?
Yeah. I'm still going to do a review on it because that's the great thing about beers. If you have, let's say you try beer, 2 weeks goes by and you've had about 8 other beers since then. You're going to go back on it and be like, I remember it being good, but let me taste it again. And it's kind of like tasting it for the first time again because it's been so long and you've had a bunch of stuff in between. So you're like, oh, let's try it again. But me and Jason have done that before. We've had a beer on camera that we've already had before. He's already had or I've already had. I'm still going to do a review of it. If you find some, let me know. And
I don't think they distribute it here because I asked and they've all said, I've never seen it before, but I can get my hands on some in some way. So
I'm pretty sure it's new this year.
Okay.
I'm like 100% sure. The first time I saw it was at Meyer. It was in their seasonal pack with their Oktoberfest. There was another harvest beer in there, and then the Jacko was in there with the regular. So regular Sam Adams, a different one. I don't remember what it was. Then it was the Oktoberfest, and then the Jacko. So it's in a 24-pack sampler as well as getting it in 6-packs. So you don't see it in the 6-packs, you might be able to see it in the sampler. And if you're a Sam Adams person anyway,
I was going to say you can't go wrong with a sampler.
Because I do like Sam Adams.
Yeah, it's good beer.
And
my father he did not drink at all, but when he did, he drank Sam Adams, not Dos Equis. So
now we haven't talked a lot about beers in the together. We've talked about a few things here and there.
Yeah.
What style have you tried? Basically all the different styles of beer out there. Have you had lagers, ales?
Oh yeah,
everything,
stouts,
like sours,
coffee,
IPAs,
stouts. Yeah,
stout. How long have you been drinking beers like that? You've been drinking since early on in your life, or did you kind of get into more craft beers when you got older?
Probably about 4 years ago. I was working somewhere on a street that had 4 breweries within 2 blocks. So after work, guess what we do? So yeah, and I'm not a stout fan. My old boss was, and I couldn't get into it. Now maybe this is like a girly drink, but I'm a big fan of apple. So one of the main one next door was an apple place, and they had different kinds of mixtures, pineapple and seasonal stuff. So I'm a big cider fan.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah.
There are some really good craft ciders out there. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
find, like really good stuff. My wife drinks a lot of the Cider Boys stuff.
I've never heard of that one. I'll have to look it up.
She loves it. They have all kinds of different flavors. I mean, they have their regular like hard press apple cider, like apple. They have a strawberry banana. They have a mimosa.
Wow.
They have a raspberry. They have all kinds of different flavors they put out. A lot of them are they had a cranberry over the winter. There's a lot of different seasonal stuff. They do like a cinnamon one as well too. But they do all kinds of different seasonal stuff. But it's really good stuff. And we just tried a couple from Blake's hard cider. That makes some pretty good stuff. And then
I've seen them on the shelf before. Yeah.
And I talked to one of our local liquor stores around here, and they have a nice cider section, and it continues to grow every 6 to 8 months and stuff. And they're going to be moving to a newer, bigger location, even closer to where I live. And he said they're going to try to expand their cider section by quite a bit because people come in asking about it a lot because it's getting really popular. Like ciders are real popular.
Oh yeah.
But is there certain beers besides stouts that I'm not going to do that? It's too much. I don't like that at all.
You know, it seems like IPAs, I don't know what it is. I feel like they give me a headache. You know what I mean? They just have that tinge to them that I'm not a big fan of. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of those either.
Yeah, IPAs are an acquired taste.
Yes.
When I first had my first like pale ale, like on draft, when I lived in Columbus, I was in early 20s, and I didn't like it at first, and it grew on me. And then I tried some IPAs because there's a couple like local breweries like down on High Street in the Short North area where I lived in Columbus. And there was a few places there, and I started trying more and more. And then they started to grow on me. I really like the bitterness of the IPAs. Some people like IPAs, but not the really super bitter stuff. To me, if it's bitter, but it has a good flavor with it, it's fine. But if it's just overly bitter and no flavor or not much flavor, nope, don't like it. But there's not a lot of beers I don't like. Even stouts, I'm not a big stout person. Yeah. But like I love Guinness. And there's been a couple stouts me and Jason have tried that I really like, and he's more of a stout guy as well. So
here's a funny story about Guinness. So when I was young, I'm seeing commercials and people drinking it. I'm like, wow, I got to get some Guinness. Bought a 6-pack of bottles, took it home, threw it in the fridge, got some stuff done. Said it's time to crack open a cold one. I did, and I went like this. And poured the bottle out, gave the other 5 to my friend who loved those. I had no idea what to expect. So yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah,
I'm a wimp.
Guinness on draft is really good too. I love the cider Guinness mix. I think they call it a snake bite. I really like that.
Nice.
It separates. You got cider and then you got Guinness. But yeah, I always really like Guinness. I'm a fan of that, especially on draft. But to me, I'm very open with beers. There's some I don't like. But most of the time, I'm going to give it a try just to see. That's why I like when me and Jason do it. If we just have one to try, we can split it, and I don't feel like we're wasting it if one of us doesn't like it. So are you going to go thumbs up on this one?
Oh yeah. I'm going to drink the rest of it probably tomorrow night.
Nice
after work. So,
you get a 6-pack.
Yeah.
I like it. I'll probably have to give one to my brother. He's a big pumpkin beer fan too, but he doesn't buy a lot of beer. He's more of a bourbon guy, which I'm not at all. So, but yeah, I'll probably give him one of these. But I'm excited for a couple of the other pumpkin beers I'm about to try. So, looking forward to those. Hopefully, you can find them in your area so you can try them as well. Sounds like you got a pretty good liquor store too up near you. Did you go to?
Several sell singles. That Rainbow Sherbet one was amazing. I'm gonna go back and buy a 6-pack of that because
nice.
My wife doesn't like beer, but that one was intriguing. So it literally tastes like you're drinking ice cream, but it still tastes like beer. So it was amazing.
That's good. It's good to have that. I love when a beer advertises those flavors and you actually get those flavors.
Yeah. It's fun,
Yeah. Because there's been multiple beers me and Jason's tried where like, I don't taste any of that you're telling me that's in this bottle or this can. So what's going on here? Or I taste one of the 2 or one of the 8 that they say is in it. Oh, but sometimes you'll get those rarities where you can taste every single thing that they say is in that beer, which is always one that you want to continue to go back to.
And it sounded like on the USA Pop, what do you call those? Rocket?
Oh, the Rocket Pop, yeah.
It sounded that tasted more like a blueberry thing than an actual Rocket Pop when you
Yeah,
guys
it
did that
basically
one.
tasted like Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Now, I think I made a comment, but Mountain Dew High Voltage, I've always thought it tasted like a Rocket Pop.
Probably tastes just
So-
like this one though.
Interesting.
Probably. There's a DuClaw does a Sour Me series we love. Anything they'll do, we're going to buy it.
Yeah.
They do Sour Me America, and it's a Rocket Pop, and it's
Mhm.
way better. It's actually a sour ale with that Rocket Pop flavor to it. It doesn't look like a
Wow.
Kool-Aid, looks like a sour beer.
Yeah.
Like we poured out that other Rocket Pop from Untitled Art, and it looked like a blue like Kool-Aid jammer.
Yeah.
Or like a
Romulan
Smirnoff Ice
ale.
or something.
Yep.
Something I never go back to. You know,
Right.
might offer to me on like a hot day, maybe if it was really cold, if it's free, possibly. But I'm not going to pay $5 for a can of that.
Mm-mm.
Ever.
No.
New.
Mm-mm.
That's why I love trying to find singles, especially something that's expensive, because you can get your Build a Six packs to the register, and they're like, "Oh, that'd be $35." I'm like, "What? Which one of those is expensive?" And I've had them pull out a couple that are like $11 per beer. It's funny too, because a couple of those have been some of the best I've ever had. And then of course I'm like, I'm never going to buy a 4-pack of that. It's going to be way too expensive. But
Yeah.
that's why I love doing the Build a Six packs. I always tell people, if you can find a liquor store that'll let you do that, or has a decent singles area where you can try some stuff, always do that first, because you don't want to buy a $20 6-pack or a $18 4-pack that you're not going to buy, and you're going to have it given away or just have it sit in your fridge forever.
Yeah. One of the two places that have the big selections, one has no minimum and the other one has a 4. So that's not bad at all.
Nice. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up for this week's episode of the Cantina. Tim, thanks for joining me. I appreciate you coming on, man.
No, thanks for having me.
And that we were doing it was the Blue Moon Harvest Pumpkin Wheat, and we both gave it a thumbs up. Really enjoyed it. So definitely, if you guys see that, and you can, this is one you can get in your supermarket. You don't have to go to the liquor store for this. You can find this in your Meijer, your Walmart.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can find it there, because it's Blue Moon's not like hard to find stuff. So thank you guys for watching. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see and you want to see some more, hit the subscribe button and leave a like on the video too. It helps out. And turn on the bell for notifications and all that jazz, so you guys can stay up to date on everything we do here on the channel. And I'm also wanted to say my Patreon is in the description below, and also on the ticker below us is thanking my current patrons, which Tim is one of them. So thank you guys for what you guys do to help the channel and make things like this possible. I do appreciate all your support. And we will see you guys next week for the Cantina, either me and Jason or me and Tim or me and somebody, but we will be here. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Jeff. This is the Geek Blend. Remember, if you geek about it, we speak about it. See you guys later. Bye.